Here's another project that uses the find method of a string and then also uses the ranges to concatenate a string into a new string. What we're going to do is have the user enter a sentence, and then we're going to search for a word in that sentence and replace it with another word. And we use the find method to find the original word in the original sentence, and then we will concatenate using the ranges of what comes before that word, the replacement word, and what comes after that word. So we'll use the ranges of the original sentence. So let's take a look at our code here. I'm printing out the project, what the project does. We're going to get the sentence or phrase and place that in a variable called original. We're going to ask them for a word to search for, place that into a variable called search. We're going to replace or enter the replacement word. What do they want to replace that search word with? That'll be replacement. And then we're going to use the find method and search for the search string that they specified in the original string and put the index number where it starts into found. Now if it doesn't find it, it'll return a -1. So if found does not equal -1, meaning it found the search string. You saw in a previous video on the more methods of strings that there is a replace method in Python, which makes this really easy. So we could use this new sentence equals original replace, and then I'm going to specify in the parentheses the search and the replacement. However, a lot of languages don't have that replace, so let's assume that that's not available to us in Python. That's why I commented it out. How could we do it with the find method? And so that one statement here I can replace with these three statements. What we're going to do is we're going to figure out the length of that search word using len. We're going to then look for the ending start of what comes after that search word, and that's going to equal the found index plus the length of that search word. And then my new sentence is a concatenation. And here's what we're concatenating. We're going to concatenate the original sentence of the range from 0 to the index of found. And then we're going to concatenate to that our replacement word, and concatenate to that the original with our end start, which will take the character after the search word. It does not matter how long that search word is, how long the replacement word is. This should work just fine on all occurrences. It also should work if the search is the very beginning of the sentence or the very end of the sentence. And so we'll test that to make sure that is indeed the case. Then we're simply going to print out our new sentence. Now if it didn't find it, if that was a -1 for found, we're going to ignore all that and print out search word not found. So let's test this. So I'm going to enter a sentence or phrase, and I'm going to use the quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. Now you see that sentence used a lot in demonstrating fonts and so forth, and that's because every letter of the alphabet A through Z is in that sentence. So that's my original sentence. What I want to search for is the word fox. And I'm going to replace it then with the word rhinoceros. So there are two different sizes. And my new sentence is the quick brown rhinoceros jumped over the lazy dog. Let's run this again. This time I'm going to go the opposite direction. So I'm simply going to take the quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog, copy that, paste that here. Let's change fox to elephant. So that's my original sentence. I want to search for elephant and replace it with the word fox. And I get the quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. So that works both going from smaller to larger and larger to smaller. Well, let's try this again. I'm going to put my same sentence back in. This time though, I want to search for the word the with a capital T, because it is case sensitive. We hadn't taken the case insensitivity out here. And I'm going to replace that with, let's do a couple words. Another wild, comma, and I get another wild, quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. I can run this one more time. This time I'm going to search for the period, and let's replace that with 3 exclamation points. And that works just fine. So it doesn't matter, beginning, end, middle, it will find whatever it's looking for and replace it with what we're specifying. And that structure will work pretty much in every language for search and replace, especially if they don't have a replace method like we have here in Python.